I thank you for your company, but good faith, I had as lief have been myself alone.
And so had I, but yet for fashion's sake. I thank you too for your society.
God be with you. Let's meet as little as we can.
I pray we may become better strangers.
I pray you mar no more trees with writing love songs in their barks.
I pray you mar no more of my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name?
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
Of what stature is she?
Just as high as my heart.
You are full of pretty answers. Have you not been acquainted with goldsmiths' wives and conned them out of rings?
Not so, but I answer you right, painted cloth, from whence you have studied your questions.
You have a nimble wit. I think 'twas made of Atalanta's heels. Will you sit down with me? And we two will rail against our mistress, the world, and all our misery.
I will tread no breather but against myself, of whom I know many faults.
The worst fault you have is to be in love.
I would not trade that fault for your best quality. I am weary of you.
Oh, my troth, I was seeking a fool when I found you.
He is drowned in the brook. Go look and you shall see him.
There I shall see mine own figure.
Of which I take to be a fool or a saint.
I'll tarry no longer with you. Farewell, Signor Love.
I'm glad of your departure. Adieu, good Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey, and under that habit play the knave with him. Do you hear, Forester?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is the clock?
You should have asked me what time of day. There is no clock in the forest.
Then there is no true lover in the forest, else sighing every minute, and groaning every hour would detect the lazy foot of time as well as a clock.
Why not the swift foot of time? Would that not be as proper?
By no means, sir. Time travels in divers paces with divers persons. I'll tell you who time ambles withal, who time trots withal, who time gallops withal, and who he stands still withal.
I prithee, who doth he trot withal?
Marry, he trots hard with a young maid between the contract of her marriage and the day it is solemnized. If the interim be but a sennight, time's pace is so hard that it seems the length of 7 years.
Who ambles time withal?
With a priest that lacks Latin and a rich man that hath not the gout. For the one sleeps easily because he cannot study, and the other lives merrily because he feels no pain. The one lacking the burden of lean and wasteful earning, the other knowing no burden of heavy, tedious penury. These time ambles withal.
Who doth he gallop withal?
With a thief to the gallows, for though he goes softly his foot can fall, he thinks himself too soon there.
Who stays it withal?
With lawyers in the vacation, for they sleep between term and term, and then they perceive not how time moves.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With the shepherdess, my sister, here in the skirts of the forest like fringe upon petticoat.
Are you native of this place?
As the coney that you see dwell where she is kindled.
Your accent is not something you could have purchased within distance of this dwelling.
I have been so told of many, but indeed an old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who was in his youth an inland man, one that knew courtship too well, for there he fell in love. I have heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God I am not a woman, to be touched with so many giddy offences that he have generally taxed their whole sex withal.
Can you remember any of the principal evils that God charged of women?
There were none principal. They were all like one another as halfpence are, every one's fault seeming monstrous till his fellow fault came to match it.
I prithee recount some of them.
No, I will not cast away my physical, but on those that are sick. There is a man that haunts the forest and uses our young plants with the carving Rosalind on their barks, hangs odes upon hawthorns, elegies on brambles, all for so deifying the name Rosalind. If I could meet this fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for see, he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am that he that is so love-stricken. I prithee, tell me your remedy.
There is none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me how to know a man in love, in which the cages of rushes, I am sure you are not prisoner.
Where's marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye and sunken, which you have not. an unquestionable spirit, which you have not, a beard neglected, which you have not, but I pardon you for that, for simply your having a beard is a younger brother's revenue. Then your hose should be unguarded, your bonnet unbanded, your sleeve unbuttoned, your shoe untied, everything about you demonstrating a careless desolation. But you are no such man. You are rather point device in your accoutrements, as loving yourself seeming the lover of any other.
Fair youth, I would I could make thee believe I love.
Me believe it? You may as well soon make her that you love believe it, which I warrant she is apter to do than confess she does. That is one of the points in which women give lie to their consciences. But in good sooth, are you he that hangs the verses on trees wherein Rosalind is so admired?
I swear to thee by the white hand of Rosalind, I am that he, that unfortunate he.
But are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely a madness, and I tell you, deserves well as a dark house and a whip as madmen do. And the reason why they are so not punished and cured is that the lunacy is so ordinary that the whippers are in love too. Yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Have you ever cured any so?
Yes, one, and in this manner. He was to imagine me, his love, his mistress, and I set him every day to woo me, which at a time when I, being but a moonish youth, grieve, be effeminate, changeable, longing and liking, proud, fantastical, appish, shallow, and constant, full of tears, full of smiles. For every passion is something, and for no passion truly anything, as boys and women are, for the most part, cattle of this color. And would now like him, now loathe him, then entertain him, then forswear him, now weep for him, then spit at him. And then I drave my suitor from his mad humor of love to a living humor of madness, which was to forswear the full stream of the world and to live life in a nook, merely monastic. And thus I cured him. And this way I will take upon me to wash your liver as clean as a sound sheep's heart, and there shall not be one spot of love in it.
I would not be cured, youth.
I would cure you if you would but call me Rosalind and come every day to my court and woo me.
Now by the faith of my love I will. Tell me where it is.
Go with me to it, and I'll show it to you, and by the way you shall tell me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Come, sister, will you go?